On a rainy day in November in the district of North Vancouver, a group is heading down the stairs leading to the Seymour River. The group's goal is to catch mature salmon that have returned here to spawn.
Today we're using tangle nets, which are another gear technique. You can see in the river here, they've got the nets floating across. They just pull them over to shore and then the fish are kind of wrapped in the nets.
The salmon are carefully removed from the tangle net, but the real challenge is getting them to the special truck on the road above.
Fish are placed in dry bags filled with water, which are then closed and put into a backpack, and then they've been hiked up the stairs up to the top where they will go into the hatchery truck and then be transported from there.
Moving the fish is not easy work, as there are lots of stairs to conquer.
We don't know of any other method to get these fish out of where we're working. Unfortunately, it's 142 stairs. We've counted them many times up from the river to where our truck is, but that's the only way we know of to get those fish out of there. So 1 or 2 fish and 40 pounds of water, and up the stairs we go.
Despite the weather and the stairs, nobody, not even the volunteers, complained.
Some of the volunteers that were with us today, this was their very first day. So the learning curve is steep for some of them, but they have a feeling of accomplishment. They're helping protect and make these fish survive. So they get a very big sense of accomplishment with helping us.
This year, it's especially important to catch fish and bring them to the hatchery because of a recent change in the salmon habitat.
December 2014, we had a rock slide, which was about 50,000 cubic meters of rock that fell in the Lower Seymour Conservation Reserve. It created an impoundment, so the river has risen upstream of the rock slide. So it's changed the flow patterns a little bit on the Seymour. With some tagging, we've been able to determine that the rock slide is a complete barrier to fish passage at this point.
If the spawning grounds are not accessible this season, this could be devastating for the salmon population.
Unfortunately, we can't just sit back and let Mother Nature take its course. When the slide came in, it pretty much eliminated all the spawning area for coho and steelhead specifically. So if we were to leave them alone, a lot of these fish wouldn't even spawn. So we're trying to get them up to a safe area where we can actually spawn them ourselves and get them in our incubation system where we have a lot better survival than Mother Nature would at this point.
There are a lot of groups working together to protect these salmon.
We're partnered with Metro Vancouver, Tsleil-Waututh, and the Squamish First Nations, our own volunteers, members of the community basically, and our own staff are all pitching together to help. We also have DFO that is a big supporter of what we're doing.
Once at the hatchery, the fish are sorted into holding pens.
We're identifying what sex they are, male versus female, and also with the females, we're determining whether they're ready to give up their eggs, so they're ready to spawn. The resulting juveniles from the fish that we brought up to the hatchery will be raised here till the smolt stage, and that's the stage when they're ready to go back to the ocean.
In the ocean, the salmon will be hunted by orcas, seals, and fishermen. But the ones that survive these dangers will come back here.
They should head out to the ocean for 2 years or so and return back to the Seymour looking for a place to spawn. And hopefully by that time we will have fish passage once again through the slide.
The important work done today by all the different groups and volunteers on the Seymour will help ensure that salmon remain a part of this healthy ecosystem.